I am so excited. Okay?
What are we excited for?
Tiffany, we are going on an adventure.
We're going on an adventure.
We are. Remember your friend Karen?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Karen said that you haven't been in the wilderness. Like,
No.
you know.
No.
And, you know, I like camping.
You
I
do.
like outdoors and everything.
Yes.
So I talked to Karen a little bit. And we're going to go on an adventure.
Oh,
The three of us.
Oh,
okay?
yay.
Friends,
Okay.
you know?
Yes.
And so when you go on an adventure, you need to be prepared.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Remember when we went to the youth gathering?
Yes.
We had to be very
Long
prepared.
list.
We had a list.
Yes.
Well, we're going in the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
Okay? I want to go take you camping.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, of course, you need a backpack.
Oh,
Because if we go walking, you know.
Yeah, you carry stuff.
You need to carry
Yes,
stuff.
make sure you're safe.
Yeah. This is just some things. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Of course, you need a first aid kit.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Okay. You know, scrape your knee,
Yeah.
fall down, get a
Yeah.
headache, you know.
Yeah, because you're out with
Then
nobody around.
It's good to have a bandana to
Ooh.
wipe the sweat,
Oh, yes.
wipe your hands if you're dirty,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Bandana. Got it.
If it rains,
Uh-huh.
we need a raincoat. This is a
Poncho.
nice
Okay.
little
Oh, yeah.
poncho that I have had.
For a while.
I have had this. It has flamingos on. It's from Florida.
Hey.
From when my kids were little and we took them to Disney World.
Oh,
I bought this.
that's an antique.
And it has not been opened since.
That's an antique.
It is.
You put it in the
Tell
museum.
Liz that. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz. We're antiques, babe.
Antiques. If you get bug bites, cooling itch spray,
Oh.
poison ivy.
That's a good idea, yeah.
Okay.
Probably would not have thought of that.
Sunscreen.
Yes, I need
Sunscreen
that.
for sure.
Yeah, I need that.
Good walking shoes.
Oh.
Okay, so we need
Okay.
walking shoes for when we go.
Okay.
Hiking boots are good, but you know,
Yeah.
sneakers do as well.
Yeah. Oh, this is a lot of stuff.
I know, and this is only some.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, of course.
Oh, what's that? Oh, flashlight.
Flashlight.
Hello.
Okay.
That's a cool one.
And remind me, I have something for you then.
Oh, cool.
And then bug spray.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, bug spray to keep
Yeah.
the bugs out.
It's always buggy.
So
yeah.
there are some things that we're going to need for our adventure.
Yes.
I have a whole list for you. So
Okay.
I'm just going to
All right.
double check,
Okay.
make sure that I have a really good list for you so we can be prepared
Yes.
to go
Okay.
on this
Yes.
wilderness adventure. Oh, and
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. Hello? Karen? Yes. Hi. Yeah, we're just preparing to go on our hiking trip. Yeah. There's a problem? Oh. What? What's the problem? Oh, you've changed the plans? You changed the plans. Oh, plans have changed.
Uh-oh.
We're now going where? What? Oh, on a fancy cruise line. Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Same dates?
Same date, same time.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to change what we're gathering and preparing for. Yes, completely. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go so I can go get prepared for this new adventure now because yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Wow.
Oh.
A luxury cruise line now?
Yeah.
I can't get that on my head.
Yeah, but we're not prepared for that.
Oh.
We're not.
We're not.
That's not
Wow.
gonna work.
Oh,
on a
maybe the
cruise.
sunscreen would be all right.
Yeah, and maybe the bug spray.
Yeah, and I forgot, a hat to
your
keep
hat.
the sun.
Oh, well, you can use that on the cruise
yeah.
line. Yeah,
Yeah.
for when you're at the pool. Yeah, that'll be good.
So we have to have a new list and
Oh.
go over that stuff again. And well, I was never on a cruise, so
Yeah.
were you?
No.
Oh, was Karen?
Yes.
Okay, so she will be the one to help us with our
Yes.
list then this time.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
me.
Okay.
So since she has, the experience of going on a cruise, we're going to have her help us get prepared
Yes. Okay.
for that cruise.
Oh dear.
Oh, well,
Oh.
this
It happened.
just shows us that anything can change at any time.
Yeah.
And you know what? We never know what God has in store for us.
No.
So we need to be prepared all the time.
All
So
the time.
this is a good lesson for us
Yes.
to be prepared. So this is moving us into what I kind of want to talk about is telling the kids that we have Lent that started.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, it has.
So Lent is a season of preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So we are preparing this new season of Lent, kind of like we started Advent before Christmas.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Lent is kind of it's different, but it's a similar thing. We still have to prepare
Mm-hmm.
our hearts for Lent. So Wednesday
Yes.
was
Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday.
Got our
Okay,
crosses.
so we had our church. That's officially the beginning of Lent.
Mm-hmm.
So Lent is how many days? Do you know?
40.
40 days is Lent. Begins with Ash Wednesday and it ends on Easter Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Now we don't count the Sundays,
We do not.
okay? So it might feel like a little bit more than 40 days, but it's not a whole lot. It's like 45, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't count the Sundays. And the 40 days represents that span of time when Jesus decided to go into the wilderness, like I was going to take
Yeah,
you.
like we were trying to do.
Yeah. Jesus went into the wilderness for 40 days.
Yes.
And what he did was he prayed.
Mm-hmm.
He thought about life, I guess. You know, he just thought a lot. And he fasted. He did not eat or drink. Oh, no. For 40 days. Sometimes
That's
you
a
think, how's that possible? But, you know, anything's possible with God. But
Yeah.
so Jesus was 40 days. And then he got tempted by Satan, the devil. And being in the desert for those 40 days, praying and thinking, prepared him for that meeting with that bad guy.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he got through it. He resisted that temptation. So the 40 days of Lent is for us to prepare our hearts for that beautiful, joyous thing to come on Easter Day.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So, you know, it's to get our hearts ready for Easter. And so we are in this time of Lent now in our church season. And the color is Tiffany's favorite.
Purple.
It is purple. So up in the church, you'll see that all the parapets are purple and some flowers and things are purple. So, and you know what? I forgot to look up how to say purple in Spanish. So I'm going to have to ask Michelle that today. Because I do not know the answer.
I do not know.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this Bible story that I think a lot of you kids are familiar with. Okay?
Yeah.
It is about Noah and his family. Look here. This is for you. Okay?
Aww.
You get to do the little animations.
Oh, yay.
Here's two little bugs. There's a squirrel. Okay?
Oh, my squirrel. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to learn today in the Bible story that God makes promises to us.
Okay.
And you know what? God is probably the best promise keeper ever.
Yeah.
Okay? He's faithful. He always keeps his promises. He remembers us all the time. He loves us all the time. So what we're going to do first is we are going to show the video
Okay.
of the kids
Yes.
and see what they have to say about promises.
Okay.
And what they have to show us.
Ready?
Yeah. Chester T. Good Times.
Oh, the snow's gone. I'm
It's
so
good.
excited.
excited.
Oh, me too.
After all those weeks of folding bulletins, it's time for Pastor Pete to make good on his promise and take us to the second happiest place on earth. Chester T, good times, pizza, and games.
Oh, I'm gonna play skidball.
I'm gonna play the all-new Crash Tractor 3.
I think
Sorry,
that's Chester
kids,
T.
you won't be able to do any of that today.
thing.
Wait, what?
I hate to be the one to tell you, but Pastor Pete can't take anyone anywhere. The church is on financial lockdown because of emergency repairs in the sanctuary. What happened? Raccoons.
Did they chew things up?
Worse, they threw a party.
They threw a
Raccoon party.
There is no party like a raccoon party.
But Pastor Pete promised.
And he feels terrible that he can't keep his promise, but
You don't understand, Roxy. We folded a bajillion bulletins because of a promise. A holy covenant that Pastor Pete made with us.
that's not what a covenant...
A holy covenant, Roxy. He's an adult and a pastor. And he broke his promise and... Oh.
Gabe? Gabe?
Oh, Roxy, I just had the worst nightmare. Pastor Pete broke his promise, which made me question if anyone can be trusted to keep their promises. What a crazy dream, right? So it wasn't a dream then. All right. Thank you.
I'm sure Gabe will be fine once... That's probably Gabe overreacting, right? Yep. Gabe, what are you doing?
What does it look
Someday.
like?
It looks like you're mad at a pile of wood.
I'm building an ark in case God decides to flood the entire earth again.
But God promised that the earth would never be flooded again.
But if promises from Pastor Pete can be broken, then everything is fair game, Roxy.
People aren't perfect. Sometimes we break promises. But God's promises are different.
Really? We'll just see about that. Leo, good buddy, you reading me? Over.
Right here, good neighbor. What's your 20, over?
Leo, you read the whole Bible. How many times does God break a promise? Over.
None. Over.
So you mean to tell me that God's promises are different than human promises?
That's what I've been trying to say.
All right then. I'll clean that up.
Promise?
Yes, I see what you did there.
Chester T. Good Times knocking at the door. I think the raccoons.
The raccoon party.
Are partying again. Yeah. Oh goodness. Raccoons do look like they would be lots of fun
Yeah.
to be buddies.
Yeah.
And have a good time.
They always have a mask on.
They do always have a mask on. They do, and they do talk a lot too.
They do, yes.
They do. Oh my. So here we are. We're seeing the differences between God's promises and promises to each other.
Right.
Some promises are easier than others to keep.
That is true.
Okay, so kids, tell me, what do you think is harder to keep a promise for? Is it easy or hard to promise your parents you're going to keep your room clean? Okay? There's no right answer, but kind of there is. So, how about, is it easy or hard to promise to breathe?
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, you kind of automatically
Yeah.
do that. Is it easier or hard to promise that you're going to do the dishes? Is it easier or hard to promise not to complain?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Is it easy or hard to promise to eat chocolate?
Oh, that's easy. That's a given.
Yeah, it is. Is it easy or hard to promise to brush your teeth?
That's easy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, is it easy or hard to promise to read your Bible? That's kind of in the middle, I
Yeah.
think, for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see that some promises are easier than other promises to keep.
Right.
Okay? God keeps his promises, and our story today is about him keeping a promise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And promise, okay?
Yes.
American Sign Language.
Oh, yay.
Ready?
New word.
Okay? Left hand into a fist, pointing up. Finger to your mouth. Open your hand. So, all in one smooth move. That's a promise. Yeah, promise. So, God's promise. And we learned this one weeks and weeks ago, lots of weeks ago. Prepare. Do you remember that one?
Ooh.
I know. We have to review these because I don't remember them all either. I have to review. But prepare.
Oh, yeah, this is my choppy chop.
Yep. So we have to prepare for Lent.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to go over this story in the Bible,
Okay.
the rainbow promise.
Yes.
Okay, you got your little props.
We got Noah.
Be fit, be fun. Okay, well, the rainbow promise comes from the book of Genesis, which is the first book in the Bible. Comes from chapter 9, this story here.
Okay.
Well, the world was a mess.
Yes.
The world was a mess. All the people God had created were doing all kinds of things wrong. All except one man, Noah.
Noah.
Well, when God's people hurt each other, Noah helped them feel better. And when they ignored God, Noah prayed for them. Noah, God said,
Excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Okay.
One more time. Do you have to do it again?
No.
Okay. Sometimes it's threes.
It's okay.
I know. Noah, I'm going to flood the whole earth,
Oh, no.
but I'm going to save you and your family.
Oh, okay.
So what I need you to do is build an ark
Build an ark.
and fill it with 2 animals of every kind.
Okay.
Now, they're little bugs, but,
They're animals.
we need them, right? So Noah obeyed God and got to work. He measured, he cut, he sanded, and he nailed, and he filled the ark up with 2 of every kind of animal. The squirrels over there.
Yeah. But I only have one.
I know, we only have one, but
I have one big squirrel.
he's a fun one to touch.
Just pretend he's 2.
So they got the whole ark done, all ready. All the animals were in. Noah and his family were inside. They had it all prepared with food and everything to last a long time. So rain clouds gathered in the sky, and
yes.
Noah's family got in there, and God shut the door on the ark, and the rain began.
Oh,
Rain, rain, rain. Do you have a guess, kids? How
How
long did it rain?
Oh, it's a good
Here
number.
is a hint. How long is Lent?
40.
Right. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. Oh, can you imagine
That's a
being
long
in
time.
that ark for that long time with all those animals? But they were safe inside. Dogs
Yeah.
were barking, the birds were flying, the snakes were hissing. I'm sure Noah and his family were singing, passing
I'm
the
sure,
time, having, and all the animal sounds on the inside. But one morning, everything got quiet. The rain stopped. Slowly, the water dried up over all the earth. I know. Probably was a long time.
Yeah.
It says slowly. That's a lot of water.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Noah and his family jumped off the ark when the water dried up, and they wiggled their toes in the dirt. They were so happy to be on land,
Yeah.
I'm sure. The birds flew, the dogs barked, the animals all came out of the
off
ark,
of the
and they
ark.
did their thing. family came out. Well, all of a sudden, Noah looked in the bright sky, and what did he see?
A rainbow.
He saw a beautiful rainbow. Beautiful. Then God said, this is the important thing. God said, "This is my covenant to you and all people. I promise never to flood anything again." The rainbow is a sign of my promise.
Ooh.
How often have you seen a rainbow? Many times.
Yeah, many times, yeah.
Kids, have you ever seen a rainbow in real life? I hope you have. Because rainbows are beautiful. And they are a promise. I don't know.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, geez, how
It's
beautiful
cool to
is
think
that?
about every time you see one.
Right. So every time you see a rainbow, you are to be reminded. That's God's reminder, telling you, hey, I promise never to flood again.
Right.
So that's a promise that he's keeping. He is, well, he has so far.
Yeah.
Hasn't broken that promise
No.
at all. So, wow, we have lots of trust
Yeah.
and faith in God to keep that promise, and he has kept it.
Yeah.
So please, kids, every time that you see a rainbow, you need to remember God's promise. And the difference between God's promises and our promises to each other
Right.
are vast, they're big, and the word covenant means promise, but it's more like a holy promise. It's more like a contract, a big promise from God. So, speaking of promise, we promised you something.
Yes, we did.
So, here we go. You hold that one. Last week, we put, this one's heavy, regular water in this one.
Water.
Okay, I have the labels on them. This we packed with snow.
Yeah, that was to the tippy top, and it,
It was
like
packed.
solid.
I mean, packed. And then this one we
was
packed with ice. And when they melted, we wanted you to see the difference in the amounts in...
Noah, watch out.
Here, let me pull this out. So, I am telling you that the snow and the ice,
Are close.
tell them how close. I feel like I'm going to sneeze now.
Oh, like half an inch close.
Yeah.
The snow has a little bit more than the ice. Just a little bit.
Yeah, and you were not expecting that. What were you expecting?
I was thinking the snow was going to have the least than
Than the ice.
I think that's what I thought.
I
yeah.
kind of was thinking that too.
Yeah.
But that's so fun to do. I think you guys need to do. And if we had maybe different size ice, I wonder if that would make a difference.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
something worth trying.
Yeah.
Because
these were
the
the big
ice cubes. Yeah.
If
But
you
the
get the
ice
little-
cubes in my freezer are really big. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
get many in there.
No.
But the little teeny tiny ones.
The good chewy ice
Yeah,
that I like.
I know, the kind you can get in fountain soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if that would make a difference. What kind of ice do you have in your refrigerator? Big ones or little ones?
We have just ice cube trays.
ice cube trays, so they're
Yeah.
big ones.
Mhm.
We might have to try that sometime.
Yeah, we will.
And see. So
That's
there.
fun.
Yeah. So there is that. Okay. So let's see. Did you ever have anybody break a promise
Yes.
to you?
Yes.
Yeah. How's
Yeah.
that make you feel?
Not good.
Not good at all.
Not good.
So, yeah. And, I guess we should ask vice versa. Did you ever break a promise to somebody?
I'm sure.
We're talking about breaking a promise, like the pastor and saying he was going to do the pizza party and all that stuff. Well, that was kind of out of his control.
Right. Sometimes things just come up and you can't do anything about it.
That's
You
right.
just have to go with
Promises,
it.
you have the best intention. He wanted to give them something for what they were doing for him, but he couldn't help they ran out of money because
Right.
those darn raccoons had a
Raccoons.
party and messed everything up. So that was out of his control. So sometimes you can't lose faith in somebody because they didn't keep their promise because
Right.
it was,
Out of their control.
they couldn't help it. But God, he won't break his promises. He's very faithful. He's there. He's steadfast.
Right.
Okay? So
Yes.
you kids can always trust in God. He might not always answer his promise in the way you want, like a prayer, but it's a promise.
Right.
It is a promise to you. And it's a promise forever. How long can you keep a promise, really? Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, we know the
Bugs.
video told us that there's difference in promises. We can see the rainbow and know every time we see a rainbow,
God's promise.
God's promise, and he loves creation.
Yes.
So, okay, we have a quick, easy craft to do. But you know what?
What?
I think, isn't there a fun little, like,
Yes.
experiment or
Yes.
kind of activity? you
So
can
like a
show
little
us?
science thing. So some of you kids might remember this because we did it last year. I remember we did it last year.
What year?
Or-
I don't remember.
Yeah, a
but
couple years ago or whatever. But it was really fun. So you just take a strip of paper. I wrote prepared, be preferred. And then if you have 2 paper clips, I think some of these kids are probably like, oh, I remember that. And then if you take your paper and you kind of fold it like an S. Fold it like an S. So it kind of looks like that. And then you're going to take 1 paper clip and you're going to paper clip that edge with the S. And then you're going to take the other paper clip and paper clip on the inside like that. I did it too close to the
Now, these are
edge.
2 separate paper clips.
2 separate paper clips. Let me see if I can get it to fold better. Aha. Here. And then here. And so it looks like that. The S with the paper clip. And you pull your edges, and hopefully it does what it's supposed to do.
Woo! Go find it!
Oh.
Where'd it go?
It went flying out to you kids.
Oh my gosh! Look!
And then they hook together.
So,
Isn't that fun?
yeah, so if we think how God is connected to us, how we need to be prepared, how that love and trust in God is connected, I'm going to try it. Woo! 2 separate paper clips, but they're connected.
And they become one.
With
That's cool.
thanks for showing us that, Tiff.
Yes, no problem.
Yeah, that's a fun experiment.
That's
You
your
can
magic
show-
trick for your parents.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of
Very
fun to make
cool.
it pop.
It is fun to make it pop, and they fly. And it's fun to have 2 different color paper clips because you can visually
Yeah.
see them get connected then.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's awesome.
Okay, so this craft,
Yeah.
we are going to, okay, you have a piece of black paper,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
and a paper plate, okay?
Plate.
So cut a circle out of the black paper to fit into the middle of the paper plate.
Okay.
As best a circle as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Of course, mine's not perfect. This is going to be a little craft to remind us about Lent.
Okay. Chunka.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
And
good
then
one.
we're just gonna use our glue sticks,
Uh-huh.
and we are going to glue that in the middle of our plate.
Okay.
I know, we should move some of our things. Huh?
I use the glue's purple. Love it.
It is. You know, that's disappearing. It disappears. It's kind of magical.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good, yeah, we
I
like
know.
that stuff.
It is fun. And then you have a piece of purple paper
Got
over
a piece of
there.
purple.
And cut out yourself a cross.
Oh, jeez. You want me
You're going to draw it?
I think I have to.
Okay. So while she's drawing her cross on her purple, on this black circle that we put here, we are going to make a big heart. Now I'm using white. And you really don't have to use these colors. I'm just using it because it's the kind of the colors of the season.
I'm not good at making crosses.
Oh, that's a fine cross.
Not
See what I
good at all.
did? I made a white heart on my black
Okay.
circle there.
Hold on, I'll catch up to you.
Oh, no problem. That's no problem at all. You are just preparing your craft.
It's all about preparation.
All about preparation.
All right, we're almost there.
Do you know what Roygbiv means?
That's the colors of the rainbow.
That is the colors of the rainbow. When I was in school, which was
Right.
just last week,
Completely.
we learned red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. The V at the end wasn't there. So now it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So apparently there's different shades of purple
Yes.
that they discovered. But purple is purple. Okay.
My heart not magic
Okay.
big enough.
Now we are going to, you drew your heart down. Now we're going to put glue on our cross and glue it right in the middle of that heart that you can see the heart behind the cross, like that. Now, this is to help us remind us about Lent.
Cross is all centered.
So what we're gonna do? Oh, mine's not.
No, it's fatter over here.
Oh, that's all right. So what we're gonna do is we are going to write the word Lent in the middle of the cross, but make sure that E is right like here in the middle, like that. And then the word prepare has an E in it as well.
Yes.
So it's like a crossword. So then we're going to write prepare, and we're going to use that E. Prepare. There we go. So this is for you to put in your rooms or wherever, and you can take any color marker and around the edge, write things to that you want to remind you of Lent, like let's say anything you want, like pray. You want to remember to pray each day. So adults and sometimes kids, you give up things for Lent, okay? And you don't always have to give up things. You
Right.
can actually do things
Right.
extra. So you can write, pray. I had my whole thing all filled. I know, and help other people. I'm going to write service. Service to help people. You want to read the Bible. You want to keep your promises if you can. Okay? If you decide that you want to not eat chocolate for the month because that brings you closer to God, the reason that we give things up or fast is because we're giving things up that pull us away from God.
Right.
We want to get closer. So how about less TV or less I'm going to write PC or games,
Yeah.
computer, and let's see.
How about more family time?
More family time. That's perfect.
That's a good one.
And I just put the word fast because that's what you do when you're giving up something to eat, if you want to do that. So what you have here is your paper plate reminder of Lent to keep in your bedroom, because you know what, we get into our regular lives and sometimes we forget. We forget what season we're in, especially now with the world not being on its regular cycle that we have been used to. Our minds need reminded.
Yes.
So this is a really good thing. You can punch a hole in it. You can hang it up on the doorknob in your room, or you can just put it on your dresser. someplace that helps remind you about Lent.
Cool.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, well, I think we're almost done. I promise, kids, we are almost done today. So another thing you can do, maybe craft-wise, with the rainbow. Did you ever take a long stick and put streamers on them and make rainbow streamers? Here, I found this. You can take it out of there if you want. I found this at the Dollar Tree yesterday. It was very rainbow looking. I was looking for rainbows everywhere, so I found this. I couldn't find a big rainbow.
Because when you're looking for it, you can never
yeah,
find it.
Yeah, I know. But
wait a week or two, they'll be everywhere.
True, because we have spring coming up. Yeah, yeah.
And you won't be looking for it.
Yeah. True. So, okay. I promised we're almost done, so I got to keep that promise.
Okay.
Okay. Well, kids, I hope you learned a little bit about promises today, the difference between our promises, human promises, and the promises from God, that we're in the season of Lent, and the promises that God makes to humans and all of creation. And this specific promise was to never again flood the earth.
Never.
And destroy the earth and other human beings. That is his promise. So, well, I think we're ready to pray out today.
Pray out.
But I want to give a shout out. We're back in church.
We are.
See what we're doing?
so
We're wearing
in church.
masks. Please come back.
Yes.
Kids, you can come back. And wear your masks.
Yep. And we're going to keep
We're going to
social distanced away.
Yeah, we have lots of
Of
area.
room.
Out. We're changing things up on where we're doing things, but come on in. We'd love to have you. It's more fun to talk to people than
faces.
a camera. But we're still here for you, no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you pray us out today,
Love to.
Tiffany? It's the highlight that there.
All right, let us pray. God, help us honor your promises and good words by keeping our promises to each other. And we all say a big
Amen. Have a great day, guys. See you next week.
Have a good week, guys. Look for the